Hello, dear travelers. In today's video, we will explore 10 fascinating places in Switzerland that you need to visit before embarking on your next journey. Get ready to fall in love with monuments, natural beauty, and the charms that only Switzerland can offer. Zermatt and Matterhorn. Located in southern Switzerland, on the border with Italy, Zermatt is a picturesque village at the foot of one of the most famous mountains in the world, the Matterhorn. This gigantic peak mud Kaiserbrücke, with its impressive height of 4,378 meters, rises like a true masterpiece of nature in the Alps. Its triangular and imposing shape makes it a symbol not only of Switzerland, but of mountaineering worldwide. If you enjoy exploring trails, the Matterhorn and the surrounding areas of Zermatt offer breathtaking landscapes. In the summer, trails lead you through green fields, crystal clear streams, and a panoramic view of the seemingly endless alpine range. With more than 400 kilometers of trails to explore, you can choose routes of varying difficulty, from easy walks to challenging paths that reach near the base of the Matterhorn. Zermatt is also one of the few destinations in the world where you can ski all year round. Yes, that's right. At Matterhorn Glacier Paradise, Europe's highest ski resort, with an altitude of 3,283 meters, the slopes are open even in summer. Imagine the thrill of sliding on snow in the middle of July, with the sun shining above you and the impressive view of the Matterhorn on the horizon. Though incredibly beautiful, the Matterhorn is also known for its dangerous side. Its steep and challenging slopes have been the site of numerous mountaineering accidents over the years, earning it the nickname, the Killer Mountain. Even so, its beauty and the desire for conquest continue to attract adventurers from all over the world. Interlaken. Right in the heart of Switzerland, Interlaken is strategically located between two of the most beautiful lakes in Europe, Lake Thun and Lake Brienne. Surrounded by towering mountains and lush valleys, this city is the perfect destination for those seeking a mix of tranquility and adventure. Lake Thun, west of Interlaken, has deep blue waters and is surrounded by charming small villages and medieval castles, such as Oberhofen Castle, which rises on the lake's shores. Meanwhile, Lake Brienz, to the east, is famous for its incredibly clear turquoise waters. A boat ride on either of these lakes offers spectacular views of the snow-capped peaks of the Bernese Alps, creating a breathtaking visual experience. Interlaken is world-renowned as the adventure sports hub in Switzerland. If your heart beats faster in search of adrenaline, here you will find everything, from skydiving, with aerial views of the lakes and mountains, to paragliding, rafting, and challenging trails. The scenery around the city is perfect for these activities. Imagine jumping out of a plane, descending in freefall, and seeing the vastness of the lakes and mountains below you. The feeling is indescribable. Interestingly, this destination became one of the first places in Europe to embrace extreme sports, and to this day, it attracts adventurers from all over the world. Did you know that skydiving here is considered one of the best in the world due to the spectacular views of the Alps and the lakes? Jungfraujoch. Imagine yourself on a train, slowly climbing the Swiss mountains, surrounded by stunning alpine landscapes. The anticipation grows with every turn until you finally reach your destination, Jungfraujoch, known as the Top of Europe, situated at 3,454 meters above sea level. This is the highest point in Europe accessible by train. The railway station here, the highest on the continent, takes you to a world of ice and snow, with breathtaking views of the Alps and the vast glaciers around. The journey to Jungfraujoch is an experience in itself. Departing from Interlaken, the train passes through picturesque villages and mountains covered in greenery before starting to climb through tunnels carved into the rock. During the ascent, you have the chance to stop at incredible viewpoints, such as Kleine Scheidegg, where you can already see the imposing peaks of the Eiger, Mönchsarau, and Jungfrau. Reaching Jungfraujoch is like standing on top of the world. From the Sphinx observation platform, the views are spectacular. You can spot the impressive Aletsch Glacier, the largest in Europe, stretching over 23 kilometers, as well as a multitude of alpine peaks that disappear into the horizon. In winter, the snow transforms the landscape into a true white paradise, while in summer, the contrast of the icy mountains against the blue sky creates an unforgettable sight. The railway leading to Jungfraujoch was a masterpiece of engineering. Inaugurated in 1912, it took 16 years to build and is still one of the most impressive examples of how man conquered the heights and brought the comfort of a train journey to one of Europe's most remote and icy points. Schilthorn Mountain. Located in the Bernese Alps, Schilthorn Mountain is more than just a majestic elevation. At 970 meters tall, it offers stunning panoramic views of the surrounding mountains and valleys, including the famous trio of peaks, Eiger, Mönch, and Jungfrau. But what makes Schilthorn even more special is the cinematic touch that made it world famous. This is where James Bond, Agent 007, lived one of his most memorable adventures in the film On Her Majesty's Secret Service. The trip to Schilthorn is already an unforgettable experience. To reach the top, you take a series of cable cars starting in Steckelberg, passing through the charming village of Mürren, where there are no cars and everything looks like a movie set. Each stage of the ascent offers spectacular views of the mountains and valleys, and as you approach the summit, the feeling of entering a completely different world intensifies. At the top of the mountain, you'll find the iconic revolving restaurant, Piz Gloria, which gained fame for being the setting of the James Bond film. In fact, it was during filming that the location was completed. And to this day, it remains a draw for fans of The Secret Agent. The restaurant rotates 360 degrees, allowing you to enjoy incredible views of more than 200 alpine peaks while savoring a meal. Imagine enjoying a coffee as the Eiger, Mönch, and Jungfrau mountains slowly pass by, creating a feeling of being in the middle of the vastness of the Alps. Lauterbrunnen. Imagine walking through an alpine valley so serene it seems hand-drawn, with towering cliffs on both sides and majestic waterfalls cascading from the heights like veils of crystal-clear water. This is the enchanting Lauterbrunnen Valley, located in the Bernese canton of Switzerland, one of the most spectacular and photogenic landscapes in the country. Surrounded by over 70 waterfalls, this valley is a true natural paradise that looks like it's straight out of a fairy tale. Lauterbrunnen sits in a glacial valley, carved over millennia by the movement of ancient glaciers. The cliffs that surround it rise more than 300 meters high, creating a feeling of being in a natural sanctuary. The name Lauterbrunnen means many springs, or clear springs, a direct tribute to the numerous waterfalls that adorn the valley. Among the more than 70 waterfalls, Staubach Falls stands out for its grandeur. At 297 meters, it is one of the tallest waterfalls in Europe, and it becomes especially magical during the spring and summer when the melting snow from the mountains feeds its flow. Seen from afar, it looks like the water is floating in the air, transformed into a mist of fine droplets, a true natural spectacle. It is believed that Lauterbrunnen was one of the main inspirations for J.R.R. Tolkien when creating the setting for Rivendell in The Lord of the Rings. During his travels in Switzerland, Tolkien was awestruck by the landscapes of Lauterbrunnen and its natural grandeur, which inspired him to create the elven home in his stories. Beyond its natural beauty, Lauterbrunnen is a perfect place for outdoor adventure lovers. If you enjoy hiking, there are spectacular trails winding through the valley, leading to hidden viewpoints with panoramic views of the cliffs and surrounding mountains. And for the more daring, Lauterbrunnen is one of the preferred destinations for base jumping. with its vertical cliffs attracting adventurers from all over the world. Mount Titlis. Located in the Engelberg region, Mount Titlis is a true alpine spectacle, famous for its impressive glaciers and for offering a unique experience that combines adrenaline with breathtaking landscapes. This 238-meter-high peak is a must-visit for nature and adventure lovers. Whether in summer or winter, Mount Titlis provides a journey into the heart of the Swiss Alps, with panoramic views and experiences that will be etched in your memory. Reaching the top of Mount Titlis feels like embarking on a journey into a world of eternal ice. To get there, you take the Titlis Rotair, the world's first revolving cable car. As you slowly ascend, the cable car rotates 360 degrees, offering views in all directions: snow-covered mountains, deep gorges, and, of course, the majestic glaciers that have remained intact for centuries. The sensation of seeing these gigantic masses of ice glistening under the sun is simply unique. When talking about Mount Titlis, it's impossible not to mention the famous Titlis Suspension Bridge, the highest suspension bridge in Europe, located at a dizzying height of 3,041 meters. Offers a thrilling experience for those seeking a dose of adrenaline. At 100 meters long, the bridge crosses a deep glacial gorge. The walk is a true adventure. On one side, the blue sky. On the other, the void beneath your feet, with impressive views of the surrounding peaks. It's a blend of beauty and excitement that makes your heart race. In winter, Mount Titlis becomes a paradise for skiers and snowboarders. With more than 80 kilometers of slopes, there are options for all skill levels. But if you're not a fan of snow sports, you can still explore the Glacier Cave, where tunnels of blue ice and impressive sculptures make you feel like you're inside a frozen palace. The altitude of Mount Titlis creates an environment similar to the Arctic climate. Even in summer, the temperature at the top is low, and the snow never completely disappears. This makes Titlis one of the few places in Europe where you can experience the glacial cold all year round. Lake Lucerne. Imagine sailing on waters so clear and serene that they reflect the towering mountains around them like a mirror. This is the enchanting Lake Lucerne, one of Switzerland's most beautiful and iconic lakes. Located in the central part of the country, the lake meanders through the mountains, creating postcard-worthy landscapes at every turn. Surrounded by historic villages, green forests, and impressive alpine peaks, Lake Lucerne is a true paradise for nature and tranquility lovers. One of the most memorable ways to explore Lake Lucerne is aboard a cruise. The lake has an unusual shape, with arms that extend between the mountains, creating unique views in every stretch of the journey. You can board one of the many historic boats that cross the lake daily, some of them steam-powered, offering a nostalgic and authentic experience. In the background, dominating the landscape, stands Mount Pilatus, with its 2,128 meters of height. This legendary mountain not only provides a spectacular backdrop for Lake Lucerne, but is also steeped in myths and stories. It is said that Mount Pilatus was home to powerful dragons in the Middle Ages, and to this day, these legends add a mystical touch to the mountain. Along the shores of the lake, there are several charming villages and small towns worth visiting. One of them is Weggis, known for its mild climate and beautiful scenery. In summer, Weggis flowers bloom in vibrant colors, creating an impressive contrast with the mountains in the background. Weggis is also the starting point for those who wish to climb Mount Rigi, another spectacular mountain that offers incredible views of the entire Lake Lucerne region. Lake Lucerne is not only beautiful, it also holds significant historical importance. On the shores of the lake, in the small town of Brunnen, the Swiss Confederation was officially formed in 1291. This is the birthplace of Switzerland as we know it today, and the region still preserves many historical landmarks that tell this story. Lake Oceanen. Now, picture a mountain lake with turquoise blue waters shining under the sun, surrounded by snow-capped peaks that seem to touch the sky. Welcome to Lake Oceanen, one of Switzerland's most precious gems and one of the most beautiful and untouched alpine lakes in the country. Located in the Kandersteg region in the canton of Bern, this lake is hidden in a valley surrounded by impressive mountains, offering an almost magical natural beauty experience. To reach Lake Oceanen, you begin your journey with a scenic hike along trails that wind through the Bernese Alps. Alternatively, you can take a cable car from Kandersteg to the upper part of the mountains, followed by a 30-minute walk to the lake's shores. The trail itself is a spectacle, with stunning views of green valleys, crystal-clear streams, and, of course, the snowy peaks that seem to rise higher with every step you take. When you arrive at Lake Oceanen, the first thing that will impress you is the vibrant color of its waters. Fed by melting snow and glaciers surrounding the area, the lake has an intense turquoise blue hue that contrasts beautifully with the white mountains and blue sky. In the summer, the calm waters are perfect for a boat ride or even a swim. If you're brave enough to face the icy waters, Lake Oceanen is nestled among some of the region's most dramatic peaks, such as Blümlisalp, Doldenhorn, and Oceanenhorn. These snow-covered giants give the lake a feeling of isolation and majesty, as if you're in a secret natural sanctuary. The steep slopes surrounding the lake are carved by waterfalls that cascade from the heights, feeding the lake and creating an environment that is both tranquil and grand. Lake Oceanen is part of the UNESCO World Heritage Site of the Jungfrau Aletsch region, Emmermal, which includes some of the most spectacular alpine landscapes in Europe. This means that the lake and its surroundings are protected for their natural importance and beauty, ensuring that this wonder remains pristine for future generations. Gornergrat. On one side, the imposing presence of the famous Matterhorn, and on the other, a vast alpine panorama stretching as far as the eye can see. Welcome to Gornergrat, one of the most stunning destinations in the Swiss Alps, located at 3,089 meters above sea level and accessible by one of the most impressive train journeys in the world. Getting to Gornergrat is an unforgettable experience. The train departs from the charming village of Zermatt, and this railway line is not just any train. It is the world's first outdoor electric cogwheel railway, inaugurated in 1898. Over the 9-kilometer ascent, the train winds through alpine valleys, passing through pine forests, glistening lakes, and incredible views of the Matterhorn at every turn. With every meter the train climbs, you are brought closer to breathtaking landscapes, with views that seem too beautiful to be real. Arriving at the top of Gornergrat is like stepping into the center of a perfect alpine painting. The Matterhorn, with its iconic pyramid shape, dominates the landscape, creating one of Switzerland's most photographed scenes. However, Gornergrat offers much more than just the Matterhorn. From the viewing platform, you have a 360-degree panoramic view of 29 of the highest peaks in the Alps, all over 4,000 meters high, including Monte Rosa, the highest point in Switzerland, and Lyskamm. This impressive view of the Alps is simply one of the best you can find in all of Europe. Rhine Falls. This is the impressive setting of the Rhine Falls, located near the city of Schaffhausen in northern Switzerland. With a width of 150 meters and a drop of 23 meters, the Rhine Falls are the largest in Europe by water volume, and their power is not only felt through the sound, but also through the sheer energy emanating from this natural phenomenon. The Rhine Falls are fed by the waters of the majestic Rhine River, which is the longest river in Central Europe. The water volume is particularly impressive during spring and summer when the melting snow from the mountains increases the river's flow. In times of flood, more than 600,000 liters of water per second rush over the falls, creating a spectacular vision of force and continuous movement. Even in drier seasons, the amount of water is still impressive, maintaining the beauty and power of this place year-round. One of the most exciting experiences at Rhine Falls is the boat ride, which takes visitors to the heart of the falls. Boats depart from the river's banks and sail towards the falls, allowing you to feel the power of the water up close. The moment when the boat approaches the falls is breathtaking. You are surrounded by fresh mist, and the deafening sound of the water crashing against the rocks fills the air. The tours offer several options, including some that take passengers to the central rock that divides the falls, where you can disembark and climb to a viewpoint in the middle of the falls. A truly unique experience for those who prefer to contemplate the view from a higher point. Laufen Castle, located on the banks of the Rhine River, offers one of the best panoramic views of the falls. This medieval castle, dating back to the 9th century, sits on a hill overlooking the falls, providing a lookout from where you can observe the spectacle of the falls from a privileged angle. The castle also houses a museum that tells the geological and cultural history of the region, adding a touch of history to this natural experience. The Rhine Falls have been the site of impressive human feats. In 1999, the famous Swiss adventurer Heinz Stücker crossed the falls on a tightrope, in a demonstration of courage and balance that captured the world's attention. The force and volume of water are so intense that few dare to challenge the falls, making these feats even more extraordinary. Aletsch Mountains. Imagine walking along trails that wind between towering mountains with a sea of ice ahead of you. You are in the Aletsch Mountains, home to the largest glacier in the Alps, the Aletsch Glacier. This incredible mass of ice, which stretches for more than 23 kilometers, is a true natural wonder and offers some of the most stunning landscapes in all of Switzerland. Part of the UNESCO World Heritage Site, the Aletsch Arena is a destination that combines natural grandeur with accessible trails and a deep sense of tranquility. The Aletsch Glacier is the largest ice river in the Alps and one of Switzerland's most notable natural features. Covering a total area of about 80 square kilometers, it begins in the heights of the Jungfrau, passes by the Eiger and Mönch, and stretches down into the lower valleys. The volume of ice is so vast that it is estimated to contain more than 27 billion tons of ice. Walking along the trails surrounding the glacier is a unique experience where you can closely observe the crevices and ice formations that glisten in the sun, creating a spectacle of light and shadows. The Aletsch Arena region is known for its accessible trails that offer impressive views of the glacier and the surrounding mountains. One of the most popular trails is the one leading to Bettmerhorn, a peak that provides an unparalleled view of the entire glacier. As you walk along this trail, you will see the glacier stretching out like a white road through the dramatic alpine scenery, with its smooth curves appearing as if they were hand-drawn by nature. Although the Aletsch Glacier is immense and seems eternal, it is constantly moving and retreating due to climate change. Since the 19th century, the glacier has lost about 3 kilometers of its original length, and the melting continues to be a significant challenge for preserving this natural wonder. For this reason, the area is highly protected, and conservation efforts aim to ensure that this glacier, Sote, and its entire surrounding ecosystem remain intact for future generations. If you want to see the glacier in all its grandeur, the Eggishorn viewpoint is the ideal place. From this spot, you can admire the full length of the Aletsch Glacier, with the Jungfrau, Mönch, and Eiger Mountains in the background. Eggishorn offers a panoramic perspective and is accessible both in summer and winter. The view from here is simply spectacular, and many say it is one of the best landscapes in all of Switzerland. The area around the glacier is also teeming with life. While hiking, you can observe alpine fauna and flora, such as the iconic ibex, a type of wild goat that balances on the rocky cliffs. In the warmer months, the meadows around the glacier burst into color with alpine flowers, creating an incredible contrast with the glacier's white ice. And so we come to the end of our journey through the incredible landscapes of Switzerland, a country filled with natural beauty and destinations that will undoubtedly inspire any traveler. But the adventure doesn't end here. In the next video, we explore the natural wonders of Italy, a country filled with breathtaking landscapes, from stunning coasts to majestic mountains. So, click on the video beside me and join me on this new adventure. And if you enjoy exploring these fantastic places, don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our upcoming adventures around the world.